I will not be deterred. And no, I will not be deterred either. But I will not be deterred. Deterred. I don't care where my health status is. I don't care where my voice capacity is. I don't care where my eloquence of speech is. I'm here at The Great Expanse by John Bat 426. Thank you for coming back. It's very interesting. The headlines kind of just jumped out at me. Now, people always say that. It's just something that piqued my interest, you know. But thank you for coming back. Everyone in your sphere of influence, send them this way. You know, they say it's not polite to point, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to authorize you to point your friends that like comic book related materials to The Great Expanse by John Bat 426. Click the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell that says all, not personal or whatever the third one is that no one cares about. Click all. So every time a new video is dropped, you will be the second person to know, and I will be the voice. This is the headline that jumped out at me from Variety. Batman, Caped Crusader animated series from Bruce Timm and J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, not moving forward at HBO Max. Will be shopped elsewhere. Now, this is the first time, all I've read is the headline. I don't really even know what the meat and potatoes of this is. So I don't really want to turn this into a reading hour, but I'm going to give, hopefully, the key stuff, and then we can discuss. HBO Max has canceled 6 upcoming animated series, including Batman Caped Crusader, Variety has learned. The project was ordered to series in May 2021 with Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves attached to executive produce. The other series on the chopping block are Merry Little Batman. That sounds horrible. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Bye Bye Bunny, a Looney Tunes musical. Did I Do That to the Holidays? A Steve Urkel story. And The Amazing World of Gumball, the movie. Production on all 6 series continues, with plans to shop them to platforms besides HBO Max. Warner Brothers Animation is the studio for each, with the exception of The Amazing World of Gumball, which is being produced by HB Studios Europe. Batman Caped Crusader was meant to build on Batman the Animated Series, which was co-created by Tim and aired on Fox Kids for 85 episodes from 1992 to 1995. This is the second project from J.J. Abrams that Warner Brothers Discovery has recently decided not to move forward with. HBO let go of his science fiction drama Demi-Monde in June. What a name. What a mouthful. The decision not to release these series on HBO Max is part of a larger trend as parent company Warner Brothers Discovery largely divests from kids and family content. For example, last week, kids programs including Little Ellen and several seasons of Sesame Street were removed from HBO Max, and earlier this month, HBO and HBO Max laid off staffers from the kids and family department. HBO, what are you doing? Becoming more adult-oriented, clearly. CEO David Zaslav noted this shift in priorities during WBD's recent earnings call. Additionally, after canceling Gordita Chronicles after one season last month, a spokesperson for HBO Max said live-action kids and family programming will not be part of our programming focus in the immediate future. Kids, families, HBO Max is not for you, clearly. Let me give thoughts on the premise for Batman Caped Crusader. And that probably was the wrong word to use, the premise. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it. If Bruce Timm is attached to it and it's an animated series, I would ordinarily say yes, go ahead with it because of the great things he's done with Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited. Those are classics. The other name? J.J. Abrams? No. Did you see what he did to Star Wars? You can still see the embers from it falling from the atmosphere. It's still falling. the wreckage of that ship, it's still dropping into the northern Atlantic. It's not out of sight yet. We still remember it. Wait, that thing's still going down? Yeah, the sequel trilogy is still sinking beneath the surface. Now, was J.J. Abrams responsible for The Last Jedi, the third of the sequel trilogy? I mean, the second of the sequel trilogy? No. But he set that world up. So please keep Mr. Abrams is very wealthy, so it's not like he's hurting for money. But please keep him away from DC properties. Please. Please, 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 please. Now, Matt Reeves, yes. What a combination. Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves on the same project. Bruce Timm in his element with animation. And he knows how to make DC movies that aren't really kid-friendly, because it seems like that's what HBO Max is getting away from. Fatal 5 was a very good Justice League movie. And it also introduced Jessica Cruz as the Green Lantern. And it didn't feel like it was like kind of forcing it on you. It's like, oh, here's a female Green Lantern. You got a great story. And remember, in Justice League, Bruce Timm gave us some great background story on John Stewart, on who trained him. And I didn't even know who she was. But it's just the art of great storytelling and character development. But just because HBO Max isn't going to air Cape Crusader doesn't mean that the project is done. It just means it's not going to air on HBO Max. I think it's an error, ERROR, not to put it on HBO Max, because HBO Max is the home of DC. Like, I don't understand this idea of just saying, all right, we don't want any family programming, we want nothing for the children on HBO Max, but we want DC. DC is wide, you know? It caters to families, it caters to all these other things. Come on, Mr. Zaslav. Priority, sir. But anyway, it looks like the Cape Crusader is going to look for a different home. That's not its hub. I mean, HBO Max is basically the hub for DC properties. Apparently, it's going to go somewhere else. I'm trying to think which platform would it air on? I guess Netflix? Then it'll be on there for like 3 years. Then they'll see how much money they could have made. Then as soon as that lease is up, you know, the length of the stay on Netflix, they'll try to snatch it up when they could have had it already. But I do hope to see this Batman Cape Crusader with those two involved, Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves. Like I said, J.J. Abrams, sir, enjoy your wealth elsewhere. Please stay away from my DC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was a little bit informative. If you had no idea what the Cape Crusader was about, I had no idea what it was about. I'm going to go look it up and maybe make another video about what the premise for it was. Because I'm just talking about it not making a home at HBO Max. So, like the video or just like the video, share it with somebody, and entice them to come to The Great Expanse by John Bat 426, where they will be welcome, because this is a comic book material related YouTube channel. I've loved comic books since I was a kid, and I still like them now that I'm a grown man with all my maturity and sensibilities. Thank you for tuning in. Let's make The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 expand even further.